In this video, we're going to give you our #1 budgeting tip that saved us a lot of money over the years.
Before we tell you what the tip is, I just want to say that it's the kind of money saving technique that we use, but that's not right for every situation. So sometimes we're only earning a little bit of income and all of that money goes towards our basic costs. And then other times we're earning a little bit more money so that we're able to cover those costs and we still have leftover money, but it seems to just disappear with little expenses here and there. So this tip really helps us keep that kind of spending under control.
So basically this big tip that we've been using for several years now and that saved us a lot of money, it might actually sound really simple, but we basically just shifted the way that we perceive money, the way that we think about money. What we've been doing is that we see money in terms of energy and not just in terms of money. So money equals energy. Money equals time, basically. For example, if I take this $20 bill, I can choose to see it as just a $20 bill that I can use to buy various things. What we've been doing is seeing this more in terms of time that we need to make that money. So for example, let's say we make $10 an hour, which is minimum wage here in where we live in Canada. This would be worth 2 hours of work. So that really changes the way that you perceive that $20 bill. And maybe when we're thinking of buying something with this $20 bill, we will decide that we still do want to spend it, and it does make sense. But often we'll decide that maybe buying that thing is not really worth it. It's not really a good trade-off for the time that we had to work to make that $20 bill.
Thinking of money in this way, in terms of time and energy, often means that we realize we don't actually need the thing that we're considering buying in the first place.
But sometimes there are definitely some purchases that we have to do. Maybe it's a tool we need for work, for example. So let's say our laptop is broken and we need a new laptop. There's no way around it. We have to buy a new one. But there are a lot of times where we do have the choice to buy or not to buy something because it's perhaps something that we don't absolutely need. For example, I have this shirt. I've had it for a while. I think it's nice. I like it. It fits me and it's totally fine. But I happen to walk by a store and I see this other shirt that's also really nice, very similar to my other shirt, but maybe it's a bit more fashionable now, maybe it's a bit more trendy, and it's a little bit different. The squares are a bit different on it, and I have the choice to buy it or not to buy it. Do I need it? Absolutely not. So that is a really good example where I would try to think, okay, if this is $20, do I want to work 2 hours to own this shirt? And maybe I do. And this is actually a really good example of me failing and not using the tip that we're giving you in this video and actually buying the 2 shirts that are almost the same.
Making small decisions like this might not seem like a huge deal if you save $20 here or $20 there, and it is really hard to budget because, we do want a lot of things in life, and it is hard to say no. Making small decisions to not make purchases, like in the case of Matt's shirt, if he had decided not to buy that second shirt that was almost the same as the one he already had, he would have saved $20. And then by making that decision over and over every time he's faced with buying another shirt that's just like the one he already has, he could save hundreds of dollars and thousands of dollars if you add up all the times that we would be faced with buying things that we maybe don't need or don't want that much. And we actually have done that. So over the last 4 years, we've been using this tip, looking at every expense in terms of time and energy, and we've managed to save thousands of dollars. And we don't do it just to have that extra money in the bank. Sometimes we want to use this tip because we want to get out of debt. Maybe we spent too much on something, and so then we're cutting back and using this to get out of debt. Sometimes it's because we want to work less. So by spending less money, we don't need to earn as much, and we've been able to try out a 4-day work week or only working part-time, which is really fun if we have another project we want to work on. Now we're doing it because we're trying to think about our retirement and we want to save for retirement. And then another thing that we really like about this is that we just end up buying less stuff overall, which is really good when we're minimalists and we're on the move all the time, because we don't want to own tons of stuff, and we also want to have a lighter footprint on the earth. And so we don't want to be consuming resources all the time. So this money saving tip is basically one of the most important tools we think that's allowed us to do a lot of the things that we want to do in life, like travel more and spend more time with each other and with our family.
Hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any amazing money saving tips or budgeting tips, add them to the comments section. We can have a discussion there. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to see more like this.